Hey guys, it's Stealth here. This is the second installation of our Bard's 0 to Hero. We're starting at level 5 with Charismatic Performance and War Song as our perks to get some good damage out when we fight. I think there's 4 games here. I just finished playing them and they're running together a little bit in my mind. As a spoiler alert, I'm not a professional player. I'm just someone trying to help make videos, so other people can learn from my mistakes, from my victories, and everything else. So, what's a 0 to Hero without some setbacks here and there, right? If you stick through the video, you'll know exactly what I mean by that. And when it happens, you just gotta keep going. I mean, stuff happens in life, you know? It do be what it do be. Anyway, if you enjoy the video, give me a like, a comment, or subscribe to see when I post more. Thanks, guys. I just figured I'd run through the gear that I had here too and show that I'm just checking to see what's in the shop, because sometimes there's upgrades. Sadly, there wasn't for me here. Alright, so here we are in our first game. This isn't my favorite spawn. I don't think it really has the best loot. You can go down in that middle area, but I don't like it because anyone can shoot you from up top, be completely safe, and you're just stuck in between spike traps. I'm just going to clear some things and start to move around. And just as a reminder, the buffs that I'm running are Rousing Rythms, which gives +3 all, Beats of Alacrity for some move speed, Ballad of Courage for some physical power bonus, and Aria of Alacrity because that gives us some more action speed. All of these are to give us more damage and let us move around the map faster so we can get where we want to be and get into fights. Here I'm deciding I just want to kill the centipede. It gives necklaces, it gives rings, it gives consumables like surge kits. They're always worth killing. And I do have an escape route in case someone tries to get me. I still have that door open there. If anyone here watching this video is struggling killing centipede, you can literally just walk a circle around it and it'll never hit you. If you're struggling with the spit, maybe your character is a little slow. At that point, all you need to do is crouch and either look straight down or straight up and it won't hit you. And just like that, we have full jewelry on our kit. My thought process here was I want to start getting a little bit in toward the circle off the sides of the map, and so I'm going to start pushing into this really awkward spot here. There's a bullet slinger, an archer, and a goblin mage along with 2 traps. There's always one spike trap on the floor here that you'll see me jump over, and there's either a floor trap or a wall spike trap on the other way into this room. At this point, I do hear a wall break. I thought it was further away. I'm pretty sure from re-listening to the VOD that it was the next hallway directly to my right. For some reason, I thought it was further away. And then all of a sudden, I didn't hear the footsteps. I heard a scream, and there was a barbarian stabbing me in the back. It's completely my fault. When I heard the wall break, I should have turned around. I should have got back into the hallway so I saw him coming. But instead, I just stood there and died. And then I panicked. I put my weapon away and I punched the air. Good plays all around. And sometimes deaths happen. It's a game and I'm not perfect. I'm sure no one's perfect. We all make mistakes. All we can do is gear up and go next and hope it works out better next time. So that's what we're doing here and trying to get as strong as I can with what I got from these first probably 5 runs. And we're going to keep going. We need to level this bard to level 15 and get into High Roller. And you'll probably notice another mistake in pregame here. I equipped my crossbow, but I didn't buy any bolts, so I only have 1 shot. Okay, game 2. This is a PvE room. There's spiders everywhere, there's death beetles everywhere, there are the wasps everywhere. You can get a lot of loot, you can get a lot of money. Personally, when I come here, I almost do the same route every time, and I get a decent amount of loot, I kill the skelly champ, and then I move on. And you'll see that right here. Okay, so we're on the come up again. We're missing a lot of loot from last game, but we did get a leather cap to finish out our armor, and we did get a better rapier, so we upgraded from 23 to 25 damage. It's not the best substat, but it works. And if you're ever doing this cheese and you get hit by him, literally just take another step back and you'll be fine. I was just hanging off a tiny bit too far, so I was a little lower than I should be. So here I decided to go down into this middle area. It is a little dangerous. There's a lot of PvE, and if you do go down here, there's only 2 ways up. There's a ramp that will send you walk down here, and then a matching one on the other side. So if people do come in, you're a little squished, especially if you haven't cleared the mobs yet. But there's a chance to have 2 lion's head chests, and there's a lot of other big chests. So I'm gonna go down for the loot because greed is good. And we're gonna see what we get. And I did realize at this point in the video that I didn't bring bolts, so I picked up those arrows really quick thinking, oh yeah, we got some, and then was very disappointed when I realized they were arrows. A barbarian crushes the door. He's angry. Not gonna lie, I'm a little angry from last game, so I decide we need to take this fight. I gotta make this count. So we both start this fight off. He misses his Francisca's. I miss my crossbow. I get a good trade in with the rapier. And then we go full swing in. I get 2 good dodges in, and he goes down, which is actually great because now I have full jewelry again, and he was actually halfway geared. We're on the come up, boys. And because I hear someone else here, I drop my campfire and swap to a pot just so I can continue to heal up to full in case I need to fight him. But instead I see that the extraction tunnel's open, so I just decide to leave and take a win. I like to keep my inventory organized, so I started there and just kind of cut it out. And all I did after that was make sure that I buy bolts. And I also swapped to the Barbarian's necklace because I liked it better. It gave 4 armor rating and some move speed. Insert my very common, this spawn is dangerous, get to the Prot Shrine line here. And the reason that this spawn is particularly dangerous is that you can get good loot here from the shelves. There's rings, there's necklaces, there's good sellables, and there's other spawns that are very close. So not only are people coming, but they're coming quick. So here, as I'm looting, I'm just making sure that I'm listening, so no one sneaks up on me. I have PTSD from that barbarian. I don't want anyone coming up behind me. Speaking of rings and necklaces, there was actually 2 necklaces here, one Torque of Soul and one Fox Pendant. I actually end up putting on the Torque of Soul because I liked it better than the armor one that I got from the Barbarian. The reason that I liked it better is because when I play Bard, I really like to stack strength, I like to stack phys damage, and I like to stack armor. The other necklace gave me armor and move speed. This one gave me magic resist and additional physical damage, which makes me stronger. I opted into the I'll take less damage from wizards and warlocks and clerics, but I'm still gonna do more damage rather than 4 armor and a little bit of move speed. And at this point, I already got a lot of loot from the room before, so I'm ready to leave whenever. I'm just trying to fill up as much as I can so we can move on to the next and maybe get into some more PvP. So here while I'm looting, I get another upgrade. 2 strength and 2 resourcefulness is actually great for Bard. I already have said multiple times through these videos that I love stacking strength. Resourcefulness also boosts my regular interaction speed, which helps me play my songs faster. And this poor wizard, he starts casting Magic Missile, so I know that he can't move without interrupting his spell, and decide to take 1 shot. This honestly makes me feel bad because in other patches I was a wizard main, and then I started playing Bard, and then wizard got nerfed again. Bard did too, but this is definitely less noticeable than the wizard changes. I am glad that we killed him though, because he had 2 strength gloves on, and that's another upgrade for us. We're getting tanky, we're getting damage. And here, while I'm healing up and buffing up, I'm contemplating if I want to kill this guy. My inventory is already completely full. I could probably swap out some things for more sellables, but it's in the back of my mind, and I'm thinking about it. And then this portal spawns, and I'm really sitting here thinking, should I kill this guy, or should I just go? And I decided to be nice and let the naked man live, and go next. Although he did have 2 really good sets of gloves that after I left and saw, I wanted to kill him. I should have killed him. Never have mercy on people. Don't do it. I just fast forwarded another minute of your lives. I stashed the money, I kept 1 campfire, and I checked the shops, and no upgrades for us. So we're gonna keep going. Game 4, we get a centipede spawn. I'm gonna go loot that. Again, they have chances to give rings, necklaces, and consumables, so we're gonna go get that, and then keep moving around after. I tried to move right here and thought that I was past the wall into the hallway, but I wasn't, so I just walked into the wall and got hit in the face. This centipede is even easier than every other centipede in the game if you do have a stabbing weapon, like a rapier or a longsword or a spear. You can literally just kill it through the wall, and I'm pretty sure it can't hit you. I was sort of unsure in this run, so I was moving around a bit more, but I'm pretty sure it can't hit you. This high roller variation of Goblin Caves is honestly not my favorite. It's really hard to find people on it, and I feel like when you do, everyone's in the same spot, and then it just gets really awkward and dicey. When that does happen, it is a lot of fun, but you could also just run this map for the entirety of it, get fully looted, and never see anyone. So what I was saying earlier, I literally haven't heard anyone yet this whole game, so I'm just looting. Trying to see if I hear anyone. If I do, I'll try to fight them, but genuinely don't hear anything. I finally heard someone, so I'm gonna go walk towards them now. I thought that the person that I heard was a lot closer than they were, so I drank the ale, thinking I was gonna get into some sort of fight, but he was definitely further away than I thought. And I do realize that there's two people here. There's one person beneath me, and I would have ran at him, but there's also a Slayer fighter on the bridge, and Slayers are very strong right now. I want to respect him. The problem is I drank ale, and I already have bad aim, so now that bad aim is even more amplified. I try to fight from a range, but it's not really working the best for me. And remember what I said earlier about this map. You don't hear anyone, you don't see anyone, and then all of a sudden, everyone is in one small area on the map. So we have a Slayer fighter, we have a ranger at the other end of the hall, and someone beneath us. It's getting very dicey very quickly. My decision is to run around here and try to isolate a single fight against the Slayer, and so that's what I do. And I do land one good crossbow shot on the back of his head, and he continues to just run away. I do know that the ranger's there still, so I want to respect that. I don't want to fight multiple people at the same time, so now I change my aggro to the ranger and start to fight him. The problem is, I'm really bad with the crossbow. And now an even bigger problem, I have a caped rogue behind me as well. So I turn my aggro again to now face the rogue who's closer to me, who's more of a threat because I have this wall behind to somewhat protect me from the ranger. And he decides, I changed my mind, I don't want to fight this guy. And I make sure 100% that he leaves before I continue to fight the ranger. And this here was a very bad mistake. I put a lot of hope into a blue protection pot. It didn't even take one hit to get rid of the potion, and then I get hit 2 more times and I'm almost dead, so I have to make a break for it and find a spot to heal with my surgical kit. Where I am isn't the best spot. If he just turned the corner, he could have shot me and killed me, but for some reason he decided not to. And now I am big match because this ranger is just standing in one spot and hitting shots, and I can't hit shots. Why can't I hit shots? I need to get better at this. So I match and I push him again for a 3rd time. It's a good thing Rangers got buffed again. He could have just taken the escape tunnel there, but he got scared of the mummy, and I was close enough to finally be able to kill him. Okay, so now we hit level 10, and we get another perk. I was contemplating between a few different ones, but I got a new rapier from the handyman. I can't remember the name of the shop right now. It was 30 base damage compared to the 25 that I was using, and it still had horrible substats, unluckily, but that's an extra 5 damage increase. So I picked up the Rapier Mastery perk to add even more damage on top of that. So now instead of 30, it's 32, and it gives me 5% action speed when I'm using a rapier. Thank you so much if you stuck around and got to this point. It really means a lot. If you could do one thing to help me out, if you could give me a like, if you could comment on my video, or if you could subscribe, it really helps with the YouTube algorithms and gets more people to my content. I know I'm not the best at Dark and Darker, and I know I'm not the best video gamer, but I really just want to show people my thought processes and how I've been successful with the game, and hopefully it helps y'all too. Thanks again, and peace.